Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. For this video, I thought I would do a walk around of my Jeep, talk about what's on the truck, things about it that I like, some things that I don't really like, and some changes I want to make. So starting out with the truck itself, it's a 2022 Jeep Gladiator. It is a Rubicon trim. I got the Rubicon over something like the Sport or the Mojave because I wanted the lockers, the low range gearing, the disconnectable sway bar. I didn't want to mess with doing those aftermarket. I just wanted that right off the bat and wanted to be able to add the things on that I wanted to add on and not worry about those things. The truck is still currently on its stock tires. They're 33-inch Falken Wildpeaks. I could go up to 35s with my current lift. 35s at least, I think, is the maximum that I would do. But I'm just waiting for the tires to wear down first. It didn't make sense to me to replace them when I did get the truck lifted. I have a 3-inch rock crawler lift with heavy duty springs and Bilstein 5100 shocks. Now the Rubicons, at least for the 2022s, came with Fox shocks standard, and they were really good at first when I didn't have anything on the truck, but they did get very soft once I had the SmartCap and the tent and everything and everybody in it. It got too soft. On front of the truck, I have the Quadratec Carnivore mid-length front bumper and their stealth 12,000 pound winch. For the interior of the Jeep, one of the first mods I did was the Hot Heads headliner, not only for some sound deadening in the Jeeps because they're pretty loud, but for heat as well. The inside of the Jeep without any insulation would get really warm, especially in the Phoenix sun. On the dash, I have the Vector Offroad E-Dock Contour. At some point, I'll probably get a mount for my action camera or for a second phone for like a passenger, but for right now that's the dash dock that I have. In the back for Scout, I have just a cheap dog hammock from Amazon, and that's been great for him because he does take up the whole back seat. He's a very long dog. It helps him to be able to relax and to be more comfortable where he isn't sliding around or falling into the footwell. It also allows me to store things like his water or his dog box with all of his supplies or my day pack in the back without him falling on it or stepping on it. So the hammock keeps him nice and comfortable and safe right there. It also makes it really easy to take out and wash or shake out if he gets in and he's really muddy, so it saves my seats. On top of the Jeep, I have the Freespirit Recreation Evo V2. They do have an XL version, it's longer. Mine's the regular version. Overall, it's been a great tent. Having an insulated blackout tent with really good ventilation has been awesome. That tent is attached to the SmartCap with front runner Canopy load bars, and those are the 1345 millimeter length, in case anybody needs the same width for their Jeeps. And those sit on the RSI SmartCap Evo A. They have a sport version that has the glass on the sides. And the SmartCap has been fantastic for keeping out dirt, water, keeping everything kind of secure and in one space. Some people really like having the tonneau covers, but I have the extra height with having the fridge and now having the decked drawers. So the extra height, security, and weatherproofing of the SmartCap has been awesome. Also on top of the truck, I have the Ironman 4x4 Deltawing 270 awning. It's an older model and it's really nice for shade, and I just connect it to, it has two arms that come out, so one arm goes toward the driver's side. I just connect that to the bull bar of my bumper, and then the other side that goes all the way back around the truck, I just connect to one of the tent ladder loops on the FSR tent. In the bed of the truck, the largest mod that I have in there is the decked drawers, and those have been fantastic for reorganizing my gear. I used to have everything in tote bins, and that was fine for a while, but I tried to minimize how many bins I was taking, so then everything was crammed into 1 or 2, and it was just a mess of trying to find where things were and then trying to put things back to where they fit. So that didn't quite work, but the deck drawers have been awesome in getting everything laid out, easy to grab, quick to grab. So I definitely recommend, if you're on the fence about the deck drawers, that it's worth it. On top of the deck drawer, I have my fridge, which is the Iceco 45 quart fridge. I got it secondhand on Facebook Marketplace a while ago, and that's been huge. Even if you just camp on the weekends or every now and then go camping, not having to worry about ice or things getting soggy, it's been awesome. I think for my own use, I could downsize the fridge a little bit, but if I'm out longer or I have my kids with me, having that extra bit of space is nice. In that fridge, I have on another Ironman 4x4 tilting fridge slide, and that's a definite must for having the fridge on top of the deck drawer. If it just came straight out, I wouldn't be able to see in. I'm tall, and so imagine everybody shorter than me would have a hard time looking into the fridge, but it tilts. It feels really solid. It feels like it's something that will last a long time. I had gone back and forth about different power solutions and trying maybe like an auxiliary battery or some kind of solar setup, and it got complicated for me pretty quick. I don't know a lot about electrical things. It's not something I'm comfortable with. So I figured I would just go simple. I have the EcoFlow Delta 2 generator, and I can connect it to solar. It came with a solar panel, like a fold-out solar panel, but I actually got the alternator charger, the EcoFlow alternator charger, to connect the power bank to my car, and so it will charge the power bank as I'm driving. And with the deck drawer, I was able to mount the alternator charger in one of the small cubbies, and just have the wires come out of that. Okay, so thoughts on my current setup. I love the Gladiator. I think it's really a great platform to build on. It's not a full-size truck, so you can get onto smaller trails. It's super capable, especially right off the bat. The only issue that I've come across once or twice is that it's such a long wheelbase that you're gonna use your skids. So I'm sure at some point I'll need to replace those, but yeah, I'm very happy with the Gladiator itself as a platform to build on. My two favorite mods are definitely the deck drawer and the fridge. I think I'm very surprised at how much I like the deck drawer and how much it's improved my organization and my setup. And like I said, the fridge is great, not having to worry about ice, everything stays cold, it's fantastic. Something I would change about the truck would definitely be moving more toward an actual camper. Having the separate cap and tent is nice in some ways, but I think for my style of camping and how I get out, especially with having Scout, just having one space for sleeping and for storing all my stuff would be better off. So I'm sure soon I'll move into a camper rather than the separate cap and tent. There's a couple things that I'd still like to add to the Jeep. I think just like everybody, your build's always evolving and your style of camping might change or your needs change, and so does your truck. I definitely need off-road lighting. It's not a huge deal because I'm not usually driving at night, but sometimes you need to drive at night, and I don't have any aftermarket lights on the truck currently, so I would love to get a light bar, maybe upgrade the headlights, some ditch lights, just things like that would be helpful. That way I'm not worried about driving at night or unable to drive at night because I don't have that extra light. I would also love to get the Long Range America auxiliary gas tank. I don't have too many issues with the truck. With everything on there, I get 14 to 17 miles to the gallon, which I think is pretty decent. But having that extra gas tank would allow me to go further and go into more remote places and not have to worry about stopping for gas. I would also, I think, like to change my awning. It's way faster than trying to set up a tarp or an easy up or something like that. But I don't like the design itself of the awning. Having the two separate arms makes it kind of complicated. I just find myself using it less than I think I would if it was a little bit faster to deploy and easier to put away. So I think my next awning will be one that's just one arm to go all the way around, or even just one that comes straight out, like the ARB ones or the Hammock awnings. I think those look really nice. All right, guys, I think that's it. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer them. But thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. It helps me out a ton. I've made really good progress so far with the channel, and I'd love to keep that momentum going. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.